And you're very welcome back. Our next guest changed the face of Irish dance forever with his breathtaking performance in Riverdance back in 1994. He went on to mesmerise audiences with his Lord of the Dance creation, which has smashed box office records all over the world.
And he's now lending his talents for a very special charity drive for Depaul, Ireland. We're delighted to welcome onto the show this morning to tell us all about it, national treasure, Michael Flatley. Michael Flatley, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Anna, Aidan. Thank you so much for having me on this morning and helping me to spread the word. I really, really appreciate it. And before we start, can I just say, Aidan, that I saw some of your moves earlier, mate, and I tell you what, you are looking good. If there's an open audition for you anytime that you're up for it, but thank you for doing that. And this is really going to help. I know you have an enormous fan base. And both of you that will help this charity so much moving forward. So thanks for squeezing me in.
Well, while Aidan gets over the embarrassment of you critiquing his dance moves, Michael, we'll talk about the charity because it has taken off, obviously, because you've gotten behind Depaul, Ireland for the Tap for 10. Tell us about the whole campaign and why it's so important to you.
Well, thanks, Anna. You know, Christmas is coming. And it's getting cold out there, and it breaks my heart to see so many people on the street, young people, old people, families with children, and you know, they've lost businesses, they've lost houses, they've lost jobs, and this virus has had a devastating effect. So I just thought maybe, you know, if there's a way we could all get together, that we could make a little bit of a difference. And even if we get one family off the street for Christmas, I think we will have done something very, very special. So Depaul is fantastic. I think, you know, can I just say about Tap for 10, you don't have to be a dancer, although we've had some great dancers. Some of the best videos we've got are people who never danced before and they're just having a laugh, which is really great. But you don't even have to do a video. If you just want to go to the site and follow the link to GoFundMe and please donate. Depaul, Ireland. We'll take it from there. They'll go the hard yards. They're the professionals, and they will make sure that every penny is spent to help those who are most vulnerable.
Such a good cause, Michael, any time of the year, but of course, particularly at Christmas time. It's heartbreaking when we're out shopping or going about our business to see people in the doorways around Ireland, isn't it?
It's terrible. You know, breaks my heart. You know, we're out trying to have a little Christmas cheer after this terrible year we've had, and they can't join in that fun. You know, I was walking in Cork, racing to my car in the freezing rain recently to my next meeting, and I saw a woman just settling down in a doorway with 2 suitcases, and she was, you know, well dressed, obviously somebody new to the street, trying to pull some clear plastic over her to shield herself from the freezing rain. And I thought, that's not fair. That's not right. And just maybe somehow we can do something. Listen, I know everybody's had a terrible year, and I don't expect everybody to give loads of money. But if you have it in your heart to give a little bit, you know, I'm sure that Depaul, Ireland will make sure that it's very, very well spent.
They certainly will. And we're keeping the details up on screen as we chat this morning, Michael, and we'll announce them at the end of this interview as well. Can we talk about your phenomenal career, Michael, while we have you here? Because you're at home in Cork, but what a worldwide phenomenon you became, and you changed the face of Irish dancing and how everyone perceived it. What was the turning point for you? Was it the Eurovision Song Contest?
Well, I suppose it was, Anna. Yeah, I'm very proud of that work and the work that I put into Riverdance. And incidentally, congratulations to all the people at Riverdance. They've had their 25th anniversary. And let me tell you something, that takes some doing, I know. So congratulations to all of them. What a wonderful show it still is, and going from strength to strength. That was the launch point for me. I'd been dancing with the Chieftains for many years, but for some reason, when we hit Ireland and we hit the European headlines, it really kind of took off for me, and the rest, I guess, is history. I went off and did Lord of the Dance, and we're celebrating our 25th anniversary next year. It's going to be tough. I don't know when the promoters are going to come around. Everybody has lost so much money through this whole thing, but I'm confident that somehow we'll get a show. If it's outdoors, I'd love to do one here in Ireland. We will find a way to do it. I think that you know, the Irish spirit is very unique and very resilient. And I'm hopeful that between all of us and our leaders, we'll find a way out of this situation, and we will come tearing out in the new year to a bigger, brighter future for all of us. I'm praying to God for that to happen.
Well, that excites us greatly. So, Michael, the first time most of us did see you was dancing at Eurovision, but like you said, you were with the Chieftains before that. But growing up as a young boy in Chicago, would it be right to say you got your work ethic from your dad and your love of Irish dancing from your mother?
That's very true, Aidan. Absolutely. My father was a big, strong Irishman, Sligo man, and we worked 7 days a week. There was no lying around the house for the Flatleys. My father I got my brother and we were the labor. Not ashamed to say, I grew up digging ditches and laying foundations on building sites, and it's the thing that stands by me most in life right now. And I love and appreciate and respect anybody who works for a living. I know what it takes to get up at the early hours and be out there every day, day after day, Saturdays and Sundays included. And I got that from my father, God rest his soul. I miss him terribly. We'll miss him this Christmas. And my mother was an Irish dancer, and her mother was an Irish dancer. So I suppose, that's where I got it from. And it was instilled in me as a young child to do things Irish. In America, Chicago, Boston, New York, Philly, all of these cities, there are pockets of people, Italians, Irish, Polish, Jews, the Chinese. We all had our own pockets, and many people never left those pockets. And my parents, they spent an awful lot of their time and our time collectively in the Irish community, learning to play music, learning to dance, even boxing. Everything that we did was within that community. So I suppose in many ways I was blessed.
And you talk about family there, Michael. How will you and your family spend Christmas this year? Will it be in Cork?
Yes, yeah, thankfully. Yes, I'm so happy to be home in Ireland and spend time with my wife and son, walking along the Blackwater River here, nice and quiet, catch up on some reading and possibly a martini or two over the festive season. So really looking forward to it and knowing I feel a bit like Santa Claus sitting under the tree here, but I wanted to make it look festive for the show this morning.
Well, you've certainly done that. You mentioned boxing there. I know you boxed when you were younger. You're a passionate boxing fan. When you retired from dancing, Michael, was it similar to a boxer trying to leave the lights, which is a very difficult thing, and hang up the gloves or the shoes in your case?
Yeah, that's a great comparison, Aidan. It's very, very similar. I happen to know quite a few fighters and go to the fights all the time, and it's difficult, but the body gets old and there's not much you can do to change that. We're all going down that highway in the same direction. Nobody's going the other way. And so, yeah, I miss the lights. I miss the sound. I miss the thrill. I miss the hard yards of rehearsing day and night, just pounding away, rehearsing. But there comes a time. Could I still dance? I probably could, but there comes a time when it's the right thing to do, not to dance anymore, and not to get back in the ring.
Of course.
Not to keep going. There's an appropriate time to step down, I think, and this was the appropriate time for me. I enjoyed every second of my career. I enjoyed working with all these fabulous, talented dancers and composers, singers, fiddle players. It's been a dream come true for me. And little did I think, growing up in Chicago, digging those ditches, that I would reach the heights that we have reached and that I would be able to bring Irish dancing to the world.
Well, we're looking at the feet of flames moving across the stage as we chat to you, Michael. You had numerous Guinness Book of Record, 35 taps per second. How do you think you'd be fixed for that now? Is the body still in good shape?
Well, I need a few pints of Guinness if I was going to try that now, but yeah, no, I don't think so. To be honest, I had to do 10 seconds for this little video for a tap for 10, and I hadn't danced in maybe 4 years or something like that. And I can tell you, my head was writing checks that my feet couldn't cash. So I learned pretty quickly I made the right decision.
Well, I think Anna was also going to ask you, do you still have the leather trousers? So we just seen you set the bar there with the Tap for 10 performance. Shall we have a look at ours? I know you might have caught a glimpse of me earlier on.
Do we have to?
Streaking across the screen. Oh, well, I'd love if we didn't have
Great.
to.
We
Let's
did
see.
get a brief, Michael, that it didn't need to be Irish dancing or tap dancing, so we just kind of went for it as if it was like 2
That's
a.m. in a
true.
nightclub.
I'm so happy.
OK, let's have a look. That is how I dance in nightclubs.
That is fantastic. Brilliant.
Oh, so we had to keep our social
Fantastic.
distancing as
You
It's
well.
know
for
what?
charity.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're doing that for such a great cause. I can't thank you enough. You know, this, when I started this is bigger than all of us. And some of the first guys in were the biggest names. Ken Doherty, with all his buddies on the BBC, jumped in and did it straight away. Eamon Holmes, Damon Hill, the great race car driver. Keith Duffy, what a huge heart that man has. Thank you so much, Keith. Eddie Jordan was in straight away. The rugby legend, Ronan O'Gara. The list goes on and on. I got one last night, speaking of boxing, from a buddy of mine, Glenn McCrory, the ex-cruiserweight champion of the world. What a great guy to just take the time and do that for me. I'm so thankful that they all try to help. And, you know, please, God, will make a difference. Even one person, just, you know, we got to try.
I think you'll do a lot more than that, Michael, and thank you for using your fame and your profile to do the country good. We wish you and your family a very happy Christmas, Michael, and thank you for joining us here on Ireland AM.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and all of your watchers and viewers there and your families. God bless you both.
And same to you. Thank you, Michael.
Stay safe.
What a gent.
Oh, what a gent. New friend of the show.
Keep it together,
New favourite
Anna.
guest.
Keep it together.
Now, to find out more about how you can get involved with Michael Flatley's charity drive for Depaul, Ireland, you can search Flatley's Tap for 10 on GoFundMe. And, of course, all of the details are also up on the Ireland AM Facebook page as well.